Hi everybody, I wanted to give you a relatively quick rundown of my experiences with the Mason Grace program, the Work at Home program from Mason Grace, who's located in New York on 100 Church Street. I had been the victim of a number of scams, and so I definitely didn't want to get involved in another one. But when I saw that their office was real, and they had a phone number, which if you don't have it, I'm gonna put that somewhere below the video in the, I guess in the title section it's called. I've never used YouTube before, so this is new to me. But when I saw that the company was real and you could actually call them, I felt a lot more comfortable. And so I went ahead and I ordered the largest package, which I believe was called a Group 5. Yes, a Group 5. And that was, I think it was $399. $399. And there were 5 groups. You could order one that's less expensive, but I wanted to get the one that was, most profitable, potentially at least. And so the package came, I guess, in about 10 days or so, and it came pretty quick. I was very satisfied with its arrival time. They do let you know that it could be like give or take a few days depending on how busy they are. But the package came, and the thing that struck me first was that the materials were extremely professional. The materials, the instructions, the mailing materials, everything was just really nicely made on quality material, and you could see that they spend good money putting this stuff together. This is obviously not something that a company could ever give away for free, which is obviously why they ask for minimal amounts for the Group 1 through the Group 5. So you would have to, because the quality of the material, and then of course the postage. Priority packages have gone crazy with their prices with the United States Postal Service right now. So all of that made sense to me. Everything made sense to me. I got the package, and I was really impressed. I was impressed with what I was looking at, but then obviously you have to see what the results are. And I'll make this review brief. I can tell you that within just a few weeks, I started seeing significant performance, and this is going back. Let's see, if this is June, then we'd be talking about. This was back in February. It was like right before Valentine's Day. And no, it was a distinct result. It was a very distinct and high quality result that probably exceeded my expectations. I'm not the hardest worker when it comes to things like this, especially when I can do it sitting at home. So I'm sure I could be making even a lot more. But considering that you really don't do any work, I mean, it's just like you invest maybe a couple of hours to get paid. And it's just been really fantastic. I love doing it just because I know that it's like an added security for me. It's an added security for, if I don't have money for that one bill, my electric bill or my TV, my cable TV bill or something like that, and I'll know that that money will be available to me because I'm doing this extra work for Mason Grace. And I also like that, I'm not working for them. You're not an employee of them. You're actually, when you become a program user, you actually own your own business. You're running your own business, and I haven't incorporated. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything like that. You can treat it just like anything you've ever done in your life that made you $1. You didn't, if you ever sold your friend an old dishware set that you had for $10, you didn't incorporate to do that. And this is sort of the same thing. You just obviously, report it at the end of the year on your taxes, and but you're basically running your own business. This is yours. and but there's full support. It is a real company. Again, that was my biggest concern. I didn't know if I was dealing with a real company or not, but they are a real company. The only one I found. They're in a very expensive location, which is a very good sign. I don't know if you guys realize that that's a big indicator of whether or not a company can be trusted. It takes pretty good backing to pay that rent that because certainly you wouldn't own that building, but the rent they would pay shows that they're a successful company. And I like them, and I like dealing with them, and I get all my questions answered, and it's just been a really good experience. So for anybody who's looking for a review on Mason Grace from someone who's actually used it, I can tell you they're a good company. I recommend them 100%. Just, go with whatever group you're comfortable with. I would say, because it offered the most income potential, I would say get the Group 5, but I know you might not be able to do that. But they're all the same. They're just different sizes with different income potentials. So, you just go with the one that you're comfortable with. But, there's really nothing negative I can tell you. They've been a great company and a big surprise, because I would say probably, the vast majority of companies in that business are not companies you can trust. So Mason Grace at 100 Church Street in New York is really different, and I love them. They're good guys. I hope they stick around for a long time, and that's pretty much it. It's just a basic review. I don't know how. I've never used YouTube before. I'm not sure how you ask questions. If you people want to ask me questions, but I guess I'll figure that out if I see anything show up in my email box. But I'm actually going to be doing more mailings today, in fact, by coincidence. And I do a different number every week. You just do what you feel like doing, basically. And but the money's been great. And so if it's been great for me, and I'm just a regular average guy, it would be great for anybody. It's the same program for everybody. So it gets my highest recommendation. So I noticed some questions floating out there on Google. And so I figured, why don't I put a little, video or a little post on YouTube together and get this clarified. They're a great company, and I would, just recommend that you dive in. You can obviously, I imagine if you don't want to do it, you can just be refunded, so there's nothing to lose there. But anyway, hope this helped everyone. And again, my opinion, Mason Grace at 100 Church Street in New York is a great company. I've been very, very happy with them. And again, I hope my little post here helped you guys.